After a long, hard battle, the Dark One was finally vanquished, and peace was brought back to the world at last. Sadly, the cost for bringing this light back was far greater than I had anticipated, as it claimed the lives of my father, my beloved Kukuru, and many others as well as my own. As much as I may loathe to admit it, the Dark One may have been right about one thing. There will always be evil to exist. There will always be darkness in some shape or form. However, if that really is the case, then the same can also be said for the opposite, as there will also be those to stop this evil in their wake, and there will also be light that shines in that darkness. And so, a new hero shall rise, and our next chapter will soon unfold, as a brave new hunter shall venture into a new world that we fought so hard to create, and embrace his own destiny.
How's it going, everybody? Greetings and welcome to our next game of the Arc the Lad series. This is Arc the Lad 3 and the final game of the Arc the Lad collection. I thought I'd start this off by bringing a guest back from one of my past Let's Plays, Arc the Lad 2. Say hello again to Shai G.
Hi guys, how's everyone doing?
We're doing good. It's kind of nice to finally get a bit of a fresh start into the next title finally after taking a bit of a break from the series since that last one. Yeah, that last one was like long. Oh my god, I couldn't believe how long that last one was. But long as it was still great all around. And even though any kind of stuff, but I won't say anything more on that. You'll have to either play it or go back in and watch those videos. But this is a brand new story. This happens about a few years after the events of the Great Disaster. It gets mentioned, but now this is about a new character here. This is Alec. He was one of the survivors from the Great Disaster when apparently he used to be in Romalia. He is now living on the island of Itiru, I believe that's called. And that is his best friend, Lutz, who can be a klutz. Hey, I rhymed!
Nice entrance there, by the way.
Oh, yeah. That magic apple would have been mine! It would have been glorious! So, anyways, the story with Alec here is ever since he was rescued by a hunter, he has ever since then been dreaming of one day he will one day become a hunter himself, and he will go on all these great adventures and jobs just like all the other famous hunters, just like Elk was.
Yep, sounds very familiar.
I know, right? So, Shai,
yes.
This is apparently the first time you're seeing, at least bits of the beginning of this game. You said you might have seen bits and pieces of 3 before?
I've seen a little bit of it. This is actually my first time seeing the beginning. So, right now, it does remind me, the dialogue does remind me of the last 2 games, so they kept that in there, which is pretty good. But I am looking forward to see what this game has.
Yeah, even though one of the things I'm gonna get this out of the way right now. One of the only kind of bad things I won't say bad, but something that they have you do just quite a bit more. It's become more of a necessity than like an optional thing, is that a lot of times in this game, I mean, as far as becoming a hunter, which, oh yes, Alec is going to become one pretty soon, believe you me, but a lot of this game is going to consist of doing, guild jobs. One, to try to raise your levels, get some money, get some better equipment, and just journey along as possible. And especially when it comes to traveling to other continents, about 9 out of 10 times, before you do that, you're going to be taking on a guild job before you do that. So a lot of the gameplay that you do is going to be mostly consistent of guild jobs.
Yeah, I noticed that too, and it's like, it actually, the difference between Arc the Lad 3 and 1 and 2 is that, yeah, the guild jobs are actually part of the main focus of the story as well. So, what turned into like a side quest, like for fun, is actually kind of mended into the storyline, which I found kind of interesting.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a really bad thing. It's just, something they try to, I guess, get you more used to doing. But I mean, when I last played through it years ago, I've bared with it. I mean, I don't think to this day I've yet to complete every single one of them, but I did quite a lot of them. So, but meanwhile, getting back to the story at hand, oh my God, the village is under attack, and they just got knocked out by a monk bandit.
Yes. You got knocked the hell out.
So yeah, already things are not looking that good. But then again, when is it ever looking good at the start of the game? Especially when it comes to Arc the Lad. Let's see. The first game consisted of Arc being attacked, getting knocked out within 1 hit by an Arc Ghoul, before finally having to gain the power of the Guardian to take down, slimes.
Mm-hmm.
Elk, well, I guess Elk didn't struggle as much as Arc did at the beginning of his journey, but still, he had quite a bit of crap to deal with.
Yeah, so
and now you got bandits here for Alec.
Yeah, so the beginning kind of sets up everything so nicely.
Oh my God, they're in her house, sis! hope they don't take my stash. This place is a dump. No! They're gonna ruin my stuff, not my part max. I mean, what? See, they're saying now, it's like, oh, we're no match for them, we're so weak. Okay, I can understand that if, since one of them is actually carrying a gun. So, I wouldn't quite mess with this dude. You know, anyway, since, yeah, he's got a shotty.
Yeah, I keep my mouth shut for a little bit.
They're gonna get theirs.
Oh yeah, they haven't even leveled up yet. Wait till they start hitting levels, then it'll be a different story. But for now, unfortunately, they just have to.
They just have to be like everybody else.
Grit their teeth and bear it.
Yeah. So supposedly the only way they're going to get rid of the hunters is if somebody can somehow sneak out and get to a hunters guild and hire a hunter, which is the next town over.
Well, anybody want to draw straws to see who goes?
Yeah, somehow even if they really did that, I got a feeling Lutz here is probably going to get the shortest one.
I've been thinking the same thing. Or the longest straw. You know how in like those Looney Tunes cartoons, whoever draws the longest straws get to do whatever. You pull the longest straw and it gets longer and longer and longer until like you break the entire stick.
Yeah. Or it's like if someone was trying to pull a magic trick, you know, with those handkerchiefs. Next thing you know, you're just pulling out a whole throat long full, like trying to find an end to it.
Right.
But I guess when it comes down to it, I mean, not everybody else in this village is much of a fighter, so I guess the only shot is these two here.
Looks like they volunteered themselves, it looks like.
Kind of, it's like volunteer / well, it's either this or we'll die, so.
This is Alec we're talking about. That's funny.
No. And then it's up to you. You must hurry to the Hunters Guild. And what's that called? Is Ichio? Ichio? I guess that's how you pronounce that.
It looks like Ichio? Ichio?
Probably. Oh, of course. If you're gonna hire a hunter, you're gonna have money. You gotta have a bounty.
Oh, of course. Can't go out there empty-handed.
I wonder how much that old dude gave him anyway. It doesn't really say how much it's actually worth, but supposedly it's only hinted that it's quite a bit of a load.
Yeah, that old man is more stacked than we think.
I wonder if he's got some more hidden we're not aware of. So he'll also give you a battle manual if you can take a wild stab in the dark. That basically teaches you how to play the game.
Yes.
Oh, if we can't go out without herbs.
Of course not.
Necessity.
Yep, herbs are very important. Until you level up, then, you know, it gets a little pointless. The further you get in the game.
Let's see, last I checked, herbs only restore 20?
Yeah.
Or something like that. They become
pretty much
irrelevant.
Yeah, very.
Very early.
Once the magic apples come in, yeah.
Oh, look at this. Oh, what a nice strong manual. trying to sweet talk him into opening the door. Although what she does here is pretty ballsy. Trying to say, Hey, I just remembered. There's a nice treasure that would be nice for you to carry. Treasure where? I didn't hear of anything of this.
Then maybe we can run and spend some of it together. That's really ballsy.
Oh man.
Not only are you trying to get him to open the door, you're trying to seduce him too.
I know, yeah. Like, she is really trying to play it up. Especially him holding a shotgun and everything.
Right.
That is some courage.
Yeah,
oh my god.
I just hope you don't get shot in the process, lady.
And then, of course, we can't forget the journal, which has always been the means of saving the game.
Of course.
You know, what I should probably do for later episodes, probably try to speed up the text, because I notice it's going just a wee little bit slow there. I might need to fix that later. But yeah, I've already converted the data from the second Arctilad game.
Okay.
And so, pretty much what it is, if you convert the data again, if you have complete data from 2 over to 3, from what I've looked up, the only differences you might see between having converted and not is the fact you might get a few extra scenes and some good stuff a bit early on, as well as possibly a couple of surprises. But we'll see as the game progresses. But yeah, usually that's normally the case. You get stuff you probably wouldn't get any other way.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be interesting.
Yeah. Well, they're out now.
And this is the world map for this game. Doesn't seem that much different from the maps in the second Arctilad. Just a little bit slower, I guess, but slower pace.
Mm-hmm.
But not necessarily a bad thing. And so we come to Tode Bridge. Or is it Tode Bridge? How do you pronounce it?
I think it's Tode.
And here we have our first fight.
Oh, here we go. What are those?
I was hoping they'd be sleeping.
Wow.
Wow. We were hoping for way too much.
Oh,
Oh yeah, another thing I should probably go ahead and point out. Even though the first 2 Arctilad games may have had some of the more along the lines of the same similar soundtracks, and then a couple of extra ones, here it's pretty much everything is all new. So it's like new battle themes, new dungeon themes, town themes, and whatever. It's like,
I must say, I did like the music. I did like the soundtrack in this game.
yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, the book, as it says, pretty much explains about... Oh, I did not. I accidentally hit movement twice. I did not mean to do that. I was just trying to get a quick show around about how, certain commands and everything works. Why did I hit that 3 times? Oh my god. The hell is that? Okay. Yeah, enough of that about that. Although, there is one change. I will mention this. They did make one change as far as attack commands go. You know the range, the square ranges that they show whenever you're performing a spell or a technique?
Yes.
Normally, when you're gonna focus it on a target, you have to actually have the center of that said range on the target itself. But in this game, you can place it almost anywhere within the walking distance area you can, and as long as it doesn't, in other words, you don't have to focus the center square of the range, if you can follow me. I'm sorry, it's kind of hard to explain. It doesn't have to be direct center on the target, as long as the range is on the target. Like, in other words, it could be like just a slither inside the end. It'll still hit them.
Okay. How does?
You'll see as we go along. Oh wow, 2 level ups for Alec. That's nice. I'll be testing out the. Let's see. I believe Lutz gets knife ring, which is a pretty nice attack.
Oh, that's a possum. That's a very weird looking possum.
I've never seen possums like that.
That spit out rocks. Okay. But yeah, that leads me to a question though. I wonder how that's going to work when you're in dungeon areas. And I've done research on this too, where you can actually either go while walking, you can actually go through an enemy or something like that, which is good if you're a strong character, but bad if you're a weaker character. So I wonder how that's going to play out, especially when you're in a dungeon.
Okay, you see what I did there with knife ring?
Yeah.
No target in the center, but it still hit those other 2 in a square formation. See, if this was the other Arthalads, it wouldn't let you do that.
Yeah, I noticed that is a big difference. So it does make it a little easier to attack.
To hit other enemies, or to even heal yourselves.
Right.
Because Alec here, even though I probably don't show it in this fight, he does get the ability, the cure ability, so he's a bit more of a healing fighting type of character.
Okay.
Which there isn't usually anything wrong with that. I mean, not every single RPG protagonist has to be like the big strong, like either lightning elemental type or fire or whichever.
Right.
They could be healers too and still be awesome.
Yeah. Like Ark was the strongest back in 1 and 2. He was the strongest, and he still had a healing factor to him as well.
He was like the jack of all trades when it came to elementals.
Yeah, he was.
But yeah, so that's pretty much a taste of what the battles are going to be like to come. About every single fight, unless a certain dungeon you go through specifies, lets you pretty much switch out characters from almost every single battle you choose. Unless you don't want it to. But anyway, here we are in Ichio City. This is supposedly where the guild is. They just got to take a few minutes to gawk at it because this is the first time actually being outside of the village.
Wow.
They've never actually traveled this far out before, so this is all new to them. Well, it's like, oh, already I love the city. I want to live here.
Hold your horses.
I imagine we could easily get lost in a place like this. Not really. It's not really that big of an area to get lost in.
You're on your first mission.
Yeah, the first thing you need to do is to find the guild, figure out what it looks like. But if you've played at least Arctolad 2, you'd have a pretty good idea of what to look for as far as signs, even though some might look a little bit different from before. Not much, though, but... let's see. Let's take a quick gander around, then we'll probably call it an episode, at least for now.
All right.
Let's see. We got... this looks to be either... I'm going to guess it's an inn. In that case, that sign kind of changed. They got it's like a dinner plate instead of like that other symbol used to have. This one, let's see. Welcome to Ichio, we're men or minute. I kind of skipped that. Something about some people being objects.
Men and women are still objects or some stuff.
What? Oh well.
I did notice that the buildings and actually the map itself are a bit more enhanced as far as graphics.
But we're running out of time, so we're gonna call it an episode, and we'll see you next time for Arctolad 3. So take care, everybody.
All right, see you guys later.